smart grids. This seminar is divided into two parts. The first one is micro smart grid concepts and soft tools. I want to explain what is meant by microgrid, smart grid, and grid concepts. In this case, the first of all, power sector is a crucial industry. The national infrastructure built by making the pipes of power sector industry. Normally, the difference between the power sector and other industries, it's normally product-based industries. The industry does not have any such type of restrictions. The power sector industry have more restrictions. We have to consolidate these restrictions. We can solve some of the problems by making the data science and the cyber security principles. Here is the industry examples differences are the first one is oil and gas industries. These are the product stable fuel global commodity markets. And these is steel, pharmaceutical, food and beverage industries. These industries are may not work 365 days, 25 by 7 hours. But in our power sector industry, so many restrictions are there. Here the power sector industry compared to the other industries. The first one is output type continuous service. Each and every industry, each and every person, each and every location, we need the power. So in the other industries, tangible goods, oil, steel, pharma, and storage of output. Output is very limited. Here in this case, storage is a complicated task in the power sector industry. Normally, whenever you generate the power, that power must be transferred to the destination centers, that is consumer premises, then only we may get the revenue. This is the most powerful task in the case of power sector industries. In the normally, suppose the power failure occurs, that means we may lose the revenue. We cannot increase the revenue after increasing the number of persons or number of components. Whatever once it failed, the power sector industry, we cannot regain or we cannot recover the revenue. This is one of the biggest tasks. And supply chain. Here is the supply chain contains generation, transmission, and distribution. In this case, normally in the other industries, first we have collecting the raw materials, processing, and packaging. But these tasks compulsorily make sequential manner: generation, transmission, and distribution. One by one, the follows, then only we may reach the goal. The next one is infrastructure cost is very high. Here is the very high in the sense of plants and grids. Normally, plants in the generation plant, power can be generated by making use of the conventional and non-conventional resources. Here is the conventional resources in the sense fuel, thermal energy, hydrogen energy, diesel. So many energy resources are required. Consumables. Normally, the plant costs are very high. The grid in the sense we can combine the number of power plants by making use of the grid concepts. That means state grids and country grids also included in here. And the next one is production model. It's normally the production must be 24/7 operation. That means each and every second is important in the power sector industries. And energy is process energy, produces energy. The next one is consumes energy, power input. Here is other industries. The industries can consume the power whenever it requires. And automation level is high. In this case, power sector industry, automation is very high when compared to the other industries. And environment report, the emission of thermal power plant renewable growing. Emission of thermal power plants in the sense whenever we are running the thermal power plants, there is fuel burning. It may generate some type of hazards. May generate hazard gases will be generated. That gases must be reduced in this case. But in the case of normally this type of problems, in the case of other production industries, we may not consider these emission related problems. Next one is the regulation intensity, very high. Normally, very high in the sense grid cost and emissions. Grid cost in the sense the cost